me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, I can view your screen, but before going to that, may I know so your exposure and all?
Uh, my exposure.
Yeah, how many years of experience and what kind of exposure you have?
Okay, I will let you know. So I have around 6 years of experience in cybersecurity domain. Okay,
Okay.
so I started as a privilege access management admin. So it's like IAM domain. Then
Okay.
I moved to the DevSecOps role, that is integrating the security into the application workflow, like software development lifecycle. Then I
Okay.
have been continuing in the same domain since 5 years. So
Mhm.
like using AI, I do so current my in my role. What I'm doing is I'm leveraging the AI. I'm using the agentic AI, generative AI to automate the cybersecurity operations, and also like SAST, SCA, automating the processes, making like governance, risk compliance, and risk assessment. Basically, that is also I have experience, threat modeling, and entire end-to-end application security from starting to design to the end of the deployment. So that's where my experience comes. So
Okay. Okay.
also I'm working. I've been training since 2 years. Uh, so this
Okay.
is overall experience.
Okay. Good to hear that. You
Yeah.
have a good exposure on all the security aspects. It look like.
Yeah, actually, I try to get more exposure because that is my I like source of truth. Reach anyone, right? So whenever
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
our team also, like it's a very big team. It's a big company, so there are
Okay.
multiple domains cybersecurity. I will go and I make friends with them. Means I have friends in the team. I will go and learn their processes so that I can teach the same process to you, like you a student, right? So like that, I develop.
How is this program designed and how many months it will be and so how we will get the job exposure and all. So may I know the route map actually before going
Okay.
into
Okay, if you are like earning, right? So basically, it will be 2 months. Okay,
okay.
around 40 classes, 30 to 40, 35 to 40 classes it would take. So the course which I have designed in such a way, like it will be from very basic, and I'm not covering entire cybersecurity domain. Okay, it will
Okay.
be one specific domain because you will also have a particular role to apply for it instead of diversing to different role which role have to go. So it will be one particular domain, that is application security. In that only there will be multiple services. Okay, in the application security only. So that course entirely from very basic, like what is cyber security, what is confidentiality, integrity, authentication, authorization, every definition learn, and then to advance. Means not advanced directly, a little bit basic, then practicals, then doing preparing reports. Okay, how we have to coordinate with different teams in the same cybersecurity domain or application team, like who are developing the application, right? First,
Okay.
coordinate with them. So in such a way, I have designed the course.
Okay.
I will show you the course structure. I have prepared
Okay.
it. I will give you the link here. You can also go through it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And one thing in cybersecurity is like more theory, okay? Because
Okay.
main skill set of the cybersecurity is communication. You should be able to communicate what you know and whatever the theory you learn. So because practical is 40%, 60% is theory, sometimes 70% also. Okay,
Mhm. Okay.
that's why I feel like cybersecurity is a type of a language, because so anything if you're learning, it's a language only. You need to learn the terminologies first, what we have to use daily, like what is vulnerability, what is threat, what is risk. Okay, so everything. So that's why I will start with the definitions first. Around
Okay.
50 definitions we will be covering. So if
Uh,
you understand those 50 definitions, so the next sessions which will be there, right, it will be utilized these terminologies in those sessions. so you will be able to grasp easily. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, mhm. So this is the core structure. So application security course. You see, like these are all the learnings or outcome. I will also teach CI/CD pipeline because now everything is automation, right? So
Okay.
we have to learn the automation techniques also, like DevOps. So
Okay.
that also we need to learn. And even we have to write the code in some part. Not writing the code, it's like giving the prompt, right prompt, so that we can write the Claude AI or any other AI tool will write the code. So that code will be using for the automation things. Okay, like YAML files or pipelines like that.
Okay.
So you don't need to learn the coding, but if you learn it, right, it will be advantage for you for the interview.
Okay. Okay.
It's not very tough nowadays. We can write the code easily. Okay,
Okay.
vibe, we are calling it as vibe coding. VIBE, vibe coding.
Okay.
Job responsibilities itself, they will be writing vibe coding. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So introduction to the application security. So understand the foundation. So here we will be learning what is application first of all. Okay. What is security, application security, and why application security matters. And then basic security concepts like CIA, so confidentiality, integrity, availability. Okay,
Okay.
how does the modern applications came? Okay, previously it was like one static application page. If you remember, there was only Google, like Wikipedia is a static page, right? So there
Okay.
won't be more interaction with the user.
Okay.
Okay, Wikipedia is like a read-only page. You cannot do more comment. You cannot like it. You cannot comment it, right? So it's
Okay.
a single page application. But now entirely, if you see how Facebook also evolved, right? Facebook was very simple. Only some static page was there. Then it went to like more advanced. Now you see how Facebook is. You can upload the videos. You can like, comment. Okay, so
Okay.
business are running on the Facebook now. So that's how that got evolved. So that we will be learning what is API, what is microservices. That also we should know. Okay,
Okay.
that we'll be learning. Then real world security breaches. I will show you one website. That is information is beautiful. If you see here,
Okay.
so here you will be able to see the world's biggest data breaches in this.
Mhm.
This is not clear. Let me open the right information. Yeah, this one. World's biggest data breaches or hacks. So if you see here, in 2026, how
Mhm.
many data breaches were there? So the small dots also are data breaches only. It's a news, but it is in a very interactive way. So some national public data lost some 2.7 billion records. Ticketmaster has lost some 560 million records. Okay,
Okay.
this is done by the hackers, and this is actually a news. If you click on any one of it, AT&T lost some 73 million records. Okay,
Mhm.
AT&T is like how Airtel and Jio is there, right, in India. Similarly, AT&T is in US. So it's a
Okay.
company.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
73 million, 7.6 million current AT&T accounts holders and approximately 65 million former account holders. So they lost their data.
Okay.
So this is the evidence of there is a hacking. Okay, there is some data which is getting stored because data is the now wealth, right? Information is wealth now. So that's why uh, this is one kind of a website where you can see the data breach hacker, or you can also see Aadhaar, 1.1 billion data lost. Aadhaar. So it's
Mhm.
how sensitive details Aadhaar contains, right? So data also lost due to the hackers.
Mhm.
Facebook has lost. Microsoft even has lost. So even if it is any big company, there is definitely a security layer which is required for any company because we are seeing the evidences, right? These are happening. So that's why there is an importance of the security engineers. So that is an example, real world security breaches. Then web application fundamentals, what is front end, back end, database, and application components, common web applications. Because what you are securing before you also need to know like what is the application actually, right? What is in the back end, what is in the front end, what it like let's say example Amazon. Okay, Amazon, how does it work? So everything we have to learn, right? So that's where we will be covering in this topic. And module two here, fundamentals of networking and web technologies, like how the data is traveling in the internet. Okay, from your mobile to another mobile, how a WhatsApp message is going. So basically, there is a model that is TCP/IP model, which is being used to send the data, to receive the data. Okay, so this we will be learning. What is HTTP methods? What are status codes? What is headers, cookies, sessions, response cycle, authentication, and authorization. So these are all some networking concepts which are required to understand how the application works. So that we will be covering here.
Okay.
Then comes security standards and best practices. So this is where we will be diving into a little bit more advanced, not more, little bit advanced. So that is knowing the weaknesses. First of all, what is application security is? Application security is securing the application, but from where we are securing? We are securing
That
from the
so that means I should know the programming also. Since why? Because so what sort of technology they have preparing the application and all? Do I need to learn all these things or
not required.
so not required?
Not
Okay.
not required. You just have to because tool will identify that. You don't need to go and manually look into the code and identify the weaknesses in the code. So tool is
Okay.
there, but
Okay.
you should know the weaknesses. What are the weaknesses? Like there are SQL injection, there are vulnerabilities. So this all you will be getting to know later because uh, this is little bit what you can say technical, more technical. But I will make sure that you will be able to understand in a simple manner. So broken access control is if you have the access to the Amazon application and someone has accessed your credential, someone has got your credential and he accessed and bought something from your Amazon application. So how? So that is like broken access control. So all are not. They look like very technical terms, but actually, if you see right, those are very common sense terms. Okay, access means if you have any access to the application, so that is access, and control means you are making something to set the access, like you are using the strong password, okay, or else you are storing some your password in somewhere in the secrets or like that. So those all we will be learning. Before that, that's why we will be learning the definitions because these are all, if you see, these are all very technical terms for you, right? But if you learn the definitions, right, which we will be learning first, this you will be able to understand. At least 20 to 30% you will be able to understand once you learn the definitions. Okay. Then
Okay.
software development life cycle. Any doubt till now?
No, no, no.
Okay. Then comes software development life cycle, where we have to do the testing. Okay, what are the different services we will be providing in the application security for the developers? So those all we will be covering here, and secure coding. And secure coding are like these are some terminologies we can learn. This will be useful for you. And if you are, I told you right, there is more theory. If you know more theory, then if anyone asks you in the team or somewhere, you should be able to answer that. So that you will be able to answer once you learn this. Okay. So from here you will be seeing all practicals. Okay. These are all practicals till here. Then we will learn some how to SOC is another domain in cybersecurity, how they work and what kind of a collaboration we have to do as application security engineer with them. So this is one part. And also IAM. IAM is also one part of the cybersecurity domain. And so we should also know how we have to collaborate with them because I have the experience in IAM. That's why I'm also teaching that
What
here.
exactly this IAM does?
IAM is like identity and access management. So, uh, if you are entering into any company now, if you are a new joiner in the company, they will give you
Okay.
some email ID and password, right?
Okay.
So that email ID and password is created by the IAM team. They will provide the access to all the applications to you with these credentials only, email ID and password. So who are managing these? This is done by the IAM team. Identity
Okay.
access management. So identity means your identity. What kind of access they have to manage. So that is done by IAM.
Okay. Okay. So for this also, do we have tools?
Yeah, we have tools.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are commercial tools. Here I will only teach how we are getting interacted as a like application security engineer, how we can interact with them. So what kind
Okay.
of a task? So these are some terms which we will be seeing in daily process. That's why I'm covering IAM also here. Single sign-on is like single sign-on example, like if you are logging into any Canva, if you're logging into Canva, right? Okay, so there you will be seeing Google, Facebook, Instagram, so different sign-in options, right?
Okay.
So that page is called single sign-on page. Okay, so you will be using only one credentials for all the application, like your email ID itself you are using for multiple application, right? Amazon you might use the email ID, Canva you can use the email ID, Facebook you can use the email ID. With single
Okay.
credential set you are using multiple applications, so that is known as single sign-on. Okay,
Okay.
and what is JWT? So those are all little technical terms. And then common authentication attacks, or how it will be. So final. So this will be all we will be covering
So
in the
all
course.
these attacks, you will teach me how to do that as well.
Right, right. From here you will be seeing the practicals only. From here,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
okay. I will be taking one e-commerce application. So that
Mm.
e-commerce application only we will be doing attacks. We will be doing pen testing. We will be doing every testing required, security testing. I mean, okay.
So the pen testing is different and vulnerability assessment is different.
You're right. See, vulnerability assessment is you are identifying whether there is a vulnerability or not. Pen
Okay.
testing is you will be identifying the vulnerability, but also you will be exploiting the vulnerability. Exploiting means what? You're taking advantage of that vulnerability and trying to attack the application. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What is vulnerability means? General term.
Vulnerable means weakness.
Weakness, right? If
Mhm.
you let me take a let me give you an analogy. Like if there is a house, okay, and
Okay.
for the house there is a broken lock, okay,
Okay.
broken lock. So that broken lock is the vulnerability, right? That is the
Okay.
weakness of the house. So for the house, the broken lock is the vulnerability, and there is a thief. Okay, this thief is taking advantage of this vulnerability, that is broken lock, and entering into the house and stealing money. So now you see. So this is what pen testing is. If vulnerability assessment is you are only identifying there is a broken lock, but pen testing is you identified there is a broken lock and you are entering into the system. Getting? So you will be simulating like a attacker. Pen testing means simulating you are acting like a attacker. Attacker means what? Hacker, unethical hacker, someone who will stealing this data, right? Like this, I've shown you. Information is getting like this. Any doubts? Hello.
No, it is clear. I think I am on mute. It is clear.
Okay, okay. So let me take you some, give you some definitions here. If you see, I have prepared all the definitions. I will sharing you this also, this
Okay.
link, everything. So I made it public only, so you can also access. So and also we will be writing, I will show you some already code which is there. So that code only we will be testing, and application also I will be testing, right? So that I will host in the AWS. Okay. AWS, how to use it. So it's not very tough. You will get free access only for 1 year AWS. You will get some servers free. So you can, so that's why we will also be learning little bit of cloud. Okay. Because we have to use that regularly for running the applications. We will learn what is Docker. We will learn what is a DevOps team doing. Okay, we will doing the DevOps team task also some part.
Okay.
So let me teach some definitions so that you will get understand. So first of
Got
all,
it.
you know what is authentication.
Uh-huh.
In general terms, you can say whatever you think authentication means.
Authentication is like so. If some Somesh is there,
Mm-hmm.
if, if I am meeting, if either he is Somesh or not,
Hmm.
so one way I will check his identity.
Okay.
Okay, that is identification, and the authentication is so either he is Somesh or not. By
Right.
seeing the Aadhaar or not, I'll again reconfirm it that okay, he is Somesh or not.
Right. So that is one thing. Basically, authentication is identifying who you are, right?
Correct, correct.
So you are asking, you are clearing something with that. So you are allowing a person where because he has the right to enter into it. So you are verifying something. So verifying the identity is authentication. Then what is authorization?
So authorization is like okay, someone is authorized to do something means so either in college if I go inside,
Hmm.
so if I am authorized person to attend the class or not.
Okay.
So at security they'll check my credentials and they'll allow me to enter inside. But when I am entering into the class, am I authorized to sit in that class or not? Will be verified by the
Right. See,
faculty.
authorization is like what access you have or what permissions you have, right?
Correct. Mm.
Let's take the same example. Uh, are you in a corporate, or like is it like how it's the sales company where you are working now?
Yeah, mine is like a sales organization.
Okay. Is it like a corporate, like where you will be having office,
Yeah, yeah,
some,
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
right?
it is ICICI Bank.
Okay. Then fine. It is ICICI, you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. So then it's very easy for you to make understand. See, at the entry gate, you will showing the ID card to enter, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
So that is authentication, right? You are
Correct.
authenticating into the office to
Uh-huh.
enter into the office. So that is authentication. Authorization is in ICICI Bank. In the bank, let's not take the ICICI. In the bank, there will be server rooms, right?
Okay.
There will be some rooms which you don't have the permission with your ID card. You cannot
Correct.
tap and go inside to that, right? That's where you are not authorized to enter into that premises like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So that is authorization, as you said, correct only. I'm giving another analogy on. Okay. So authentication is verifying you who you are. Authorization is what permissions you have. So this is the difference between authentication and authorization. If you see here, the process of verifying the identity of a user or system before granting access to resources. So that is authentication. Authorization, you see, the process of determining if a user has the permission to access a specific resource after authentication. So authorization comes after authentication, right? After you authenticate only, you will be entering to office. Then there only it will be decided whether you are authorized or unauthorized, right? Similarly, now the example of any application, okay? ICICI Bank application only I will take. In the ICICI Bank, if you have the like account, you will be able to log in. Their login page is nothing but authentication, right? It's
Mhm.
verifying your authenticated. Are you authenticated person or not? And in the ICICI Bank application, there will be certain pages which are not accessible for some person. Okay, so that will be only limited to some person. Like if you are a sales team, so in sales team there will be another domain, right? For ICICI Bank sales
Yes, yeah.
something. So that as a customer I won't be able to access because I'm not an authorized person to access that sales.com,
Okay.
ICICI.biz or something. Got it?
Okay.
Then comes session. This is also very easy for you if you think, if you correlate to your domain. So session is like when we log in into ICICI Bank application, we will be getting some session timeout error. Do you know? After some time, if you don't use it, it will get log out basically directly because
Correct, correct, correct.
so it will ask you for again to authenticate, right?
Correct, correct.
So that is nothing but session management. Okay. And what is session is the period of interaction between the user and the system. It is session. Means if I am logging into the ICICI Bank, means with my thumb impression or like what we say fingerprint, I entered into the application. I'm staying into that. So I'm using the application. So whatever I'm going and printing my passbook, I'm checking different statement, passbook statements. So what I am interacting there, I'm interacting with the system as a user. So that process is session. Then what is session management is when you get log out immediate, means if you are not using for 2 3 minutes, it will get log out right immediately. That is
Mhm.
session management. So that's a very good proper security layer if you are doing session management, because you should not allow the user for stay long time in a sensitive application. Okay,
Okay.
so that is session.
So recently I heard that, yeah, I mean, I'll follow the news.
Okay.
Uh, so before getting thought of doing this course,
Mm-hmm.
I have when I asked the Google, it gave some OSAP top 10 something. In that
Yeah, yeah,
also some session it is mentioned.
right. I will show you that. See, that's in our course also. That is the main thing. OS top 10 vulnerabilities. This one, right?
Correct.
So these are OS top 10 vulnerabilities. Basically, what are these? So, so developers will be developing the application, right? They will writing the
Correct.
code. But
Mhm.
there is something which they have to protect from. So that is vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are weaknesses. So
Okay.
these, but there should be some threshold, right? There should be something to refer. Like these are the vulnerabilities that should not be in our application while writing the code. What are they? Those are these top 10 vulnerabilities.
Okay.
So they will, this OWASP is a company, okay? They will do a survey for every 4 years and they will publish the top 10 vulnerabilities. OWASP top 10 2025. Recently they published in 2025 November the top
Okay.
10. Before it was in 2021. Before that it was in 2017. Before that it was in 2013, I think. Okay. For every 4 years or 3 years they produce. See, these are the rank one means, so A01 is first. So this
Okay.
has been repeated multiple times when they were doing survey in multiple application. So this was the
Okay.
vulnerability which came lot of time. That's why they have given rank one. Okay. Then Two, this is security misconfiguration. So we will learn in detail what are all these 10
That
later.
means whenever these attacks are happen,
Hmm.
based on these vulnerabilities only.
Right. But these are the top 10 vulnerabilities when they were doing the survey. Okay. For every 4 years, they will be doing a survey on multiple thousands of application, lakhs of application. Also, you can also contribute to this because it's a open source. Anyone
Okay.
can help. And like if you identify 10 vulnerabilities which are top 10 in your application, and you can report to them. So they will also calculate that. Okay.
Fine.
Got it? You were saying something? Hello? Hello? I think you are on mute, Sriman.
It went on mute.
Okay, okay.